So in this example we meet the idea of compound interest. £5,000 is invested in the bank account, which is offering 2.4 interest PA. PA standing for per annum, and per annum means per year. So 2.4% interest per year. And we're asked how much money is in the account after 3 years, and also how much was the compound interest. So what happens here is that at the end of the first year, the 2.4% of £5,000 is calculated and added on to the £5,000, and that new amount is the starting amount in the bank account at the start of the second year. But by the end of the second year, 2.4% of that new amount, so including the interest from year one, is then calculated and added on as interest. So what's happening every year is that you're getting interest on not just the £5,000, but the £5,000 plus any interest you've already generated. So as it goes from year to year to year, you're getting interest on the interest, and that is accumulating every time. This effect is the compound interest effect. So first thing to do here with most of these calculations is to say our 100% starting amount, in this case adding on 2.4%. That's going to be 102.4%. So greater than 100 because interest is being added on and the amount of money in this bank account will be increasing. Of course, it's important to point out that no money is being withdrawn at any stage from this bank account, otherwise that would change things significantly. So the money is being left in the bank and is not being touched. The money is being withdrawn from the account. So 102.4% here, if you write that as a decimal, we've got 1.024, and that's what we're going to use in our calculation here. Initial amount of £5,000, multiplying that by 1.024, that will give us, that will add 2.4% onto 5,000, but we want this to happen over 3 years. So raising that to the power of 3, like we've seen in the earlier examples, gives us 5,368.709 and some stuff, which I am going to round to the nearest penny. So that's going to take us to £5,368.71. Now, the way that banks round money is quite interesting. It's something you might want to research. I've used the normal rules for rounding here, but you might want to research how banks actually round money. However, in any SQA exams, following the normal rules of rounding for money here is absolutely fine. So what's actually happened is that over the period of 3 years, our £5,000 has turned into £5,368. So we can see that £368.71 has been added on. That's the compound interest. So it's grown quite significantly over that spell. And this is why you sometimes hear stories of people putting some money in a bank account 30, 35 or 40 years ago and sort of forgetting about it, and then turning out that when they check the value of it, it's increased by an enormous amount. Compound interest can be quite significant. So the compound interest here, in this case, we can calculate just by finding the difference between the starting amount and what we've now got there. So the compound interest is £5,368.71, take away 5,000, which we can do in our head here to get £368.71.